Kids are heading back to school this week, and to mark the occasion, Verywell Mind is surveying teachers about their outlook on mental health resources in schools. Now, the survey asks about their experience handling students' mental health, resources they're missing, and strategies that they use. Rachel Berman, with the general manager of Verywell Mind, joining us live now to walk us through this survey. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, what were your key findings here when you spoke to teachers?
Yeah, so, we know that there's an ongoing mental health crisis for kids in this country, and they spend 20% of their time in school, right? So who better to ask than the teachers on the front line about mental health resources in the school? So Verywell Mind surveyed 1,000 middle school and high school teachers to really understand their outlook. And, most teachers actually do feel responsible for their kids' mental health, but 9 in 10 say that they need more resources to bring mental health trainings into schools to really make an impact.
All right, now, speaking of that, only about half of teachers surveyed said that their schools had mental health resources for students. So what are teachers trying to do to fill the gaps?
Right. Yeah, there's more and more awareness. We learned so many great strategies teachers across this country are doing. So one of the more time consuming things is individual check-ins with a student to develop a rapport. And so the student feels really comfortable coming to the teacher with any issues, either in the school or outside of school or just in the community at large. Some teachers had group sessions with students and brought in a mental health counselor to moderate, to really help, have that conversation about topics like bullying and other things relevant to kids today. And one teacher we interviewed said that she creates a calming space in her classroom with beanbag chairs and sensory items, which is great to just bring awareness to the fact that it's okay to take a break, even if students aren't actually using that space, right? It's a physical reminder. And then this is just advice for everybody, and teachers are role models for kids, but it's important to take care of yourself as well. Take that time for meditation or journaling or a few minutes to, just go for a walk outside, because, if you're telling your student as a teacher that this is something you're doing, you're also bringing awareness to the fact that it's okay not to be okay. And here's what I do to combat that.
So this is, of course, deeply important, but there are some challenges when it comes to integrating mental health awareness and, educating students in the classroom. How are teachers trying to manage this?
Yeah, only half of schools really have behavioral health specialists on hand or these screenings. So it can be really challenging. Some schools aren't as well funded as others. And in schools where mental health support that I just mentioned and training is provided, some said that the quality wasn't very high, unfortunately. And then the other thing is a lot of states around the country are starting to take note of doing mental health days for students. So this gives students an excuse to take a break, because let's face it, students need a break from the day, and it should be an excusable absence. Washington is one of those states, so that's wonderful, but only 12 states actually have this regulation, and so I think it's something that more and more states can adopt and really, help destigmatize taking a break for your mental health.
Rachel Berman with Verywell Mind, thank you so much for that insight.